All right, so this is kind of like a part two video. All right, whichever one downloads first, because I've done two of these videos. I just done one a video. This is pertaining the spill in Palestine, Ohio, about the reasons why uh, negligence of how that accident occurred. Okay, of this chemical vinyl stuff. All right, this is a very dangerous material, and it's causing a lot of health effects within those people that are there, particularly like in the respiratory and the lungs and so forth. And a lot of animals are found dead around that site of that accident. Okay. And I think that even if they do try to clear it up, it is not safe to live in that little town anymore. They just had a meeting from yesterday, for what I understand, and those citizens, it's a really small town, I think just a few hundred, are in an outrage. And the executive of Norfolk Southern is saying, yeah, well, we're going to clean it up, this and that. But I think just that town is really not safe anymore, and it needs to be condemned. Okay. I don't think it's even safe to even drive through that town anymore. And if you are going through that town to try to find somewhere else, to try to go to another city, you need to bypass that town. I'd say bypass it at least, I don't know, 50 miles. But the accident was saying, there's news reports saying that this accident could have effects up to 1,300 miles, in diameter. Let's see, is that the diameter? In radius, okay? All right, within a 1,300-mile vicinity, okay? It is really, really bad, and it's really, really worse than I thought it would be, okay? Uh, so a lot of this material is being shipped to like Michigan, Texas, some other states that I don't have available, but it's at least like three states. So, and the reason why they're going to do that is because, well, they're doing that so other people get sick. Okay, but my concern is, I'm thinking, don't they have other safer ways to dispose of this stuff? Okay, where it's my understanding, I saw one on YouTube or article on the internet about there was an underground disposable sites and so forth that they are arranged throughout, the U.S. Okay, but these sites could be very, very expensive, and I don't know. I don't know if the government is taking the time and the money to build those type of stuff, those type of facilities, so they don't get exposed to wildlife or to human life. Also, I've seen articles about people not feeling well. The substances are airborne, and people can feel, or they feel bad when they go inside their houses, because when the air is trapped in their house, there's nowhere for it to go. Okay, so they feel worse inside than outside. All right. All I could do is really pray for those people. And I just think that this incident was not done by accident. Allegedly there was a movie that was supposed to have been talking about that incident, and it occurred in the same town. I believe it's called White Lies or something to that effect. If it's bad information, feel free to put it in the comments box. But nevertheless, this is really not good, and I think that town needs to be evacuated. Because I'm just thinking that's going to be an immense expense to clear that land out, and then you looking at the lawsuits. Okay, you talking about billions, a couple of $1 billion in a class action lawsuit. Okay, because those people that's been exposed to that they're never are going to be the same. They're going to be affected for the rest of their life. Okay? So my heart goes out to the people that's been affected. You know, the bad thing about it is in closing, right, that all the politicians are very quiet about this incident, particularly, Slow Joe. And no, I don't like him. I don't have a affiliation. I'm more so independent, and I deal with a lot of local politicians. Okay, but you don't hear anything from the cabinet or from the Biden administration at all pertaining this incident. There's no federal aid that's going out to these families that's been affected. Okay, but you know what? I saw on CNN this morning that there's already been $100 billion that's been donated to Ukraine. Now, this morning, an additional $300 billion has been sent to Ukraine. So that's $400 billion on top of the video that I did yesterday, because I'm thinking it must be for some type of mission that they're going to do for them to get that kind of money. Because according to reports that the Ukraine, right, they want Crimea now. And that's going to cause a serious chain reaction with Russia, being that they're talking about using nukes and all that. And this is going to get, if that happens, they're going to end up dragging the U.S. in this war. So take a look at that video I did yesterday about this topic. But my condolences do go to the people out in Palestine, and like I say, and the bad thing about it is they can't even get any help. So let me know what you think about the video here. All right, and how do you feel these haphazard materials that are going to these different states, and you live in these states, you have to live in the states, and you watching this video? How do you feel about it? You think it's going to cause a concern in your state where this waste is going to? Well, let me know. Feel free to let me know.